Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about one of the most fascinating, emotional and honestly toughest parts of Shona culture, Kuperekwa. Now, most people think once Lobola or Rura is paid, the story's over. Nope, Kuperekwa is where the real journey of becoming a Makoti begins. Let's break it down. Kuperekwa literally means to be handed over. It's the tradition where a new bride is formally welcomed into her husband's family home. She doesn't walk in alone. Her aunts, sisters, and relatives escort her. They bring her clothes, her kitchenware, her gifts from the wedding, everything to show she's ready to start her new home. But before she even sets foot inside, there's the famous gate ritual. When the bride arrives, she sits quietly at the family gate. She's wrapped in a blanket, sitting cross-legged, sometimes on bare ground. Here's the twist: she can't move, laugh, or speak. Meanwhile, her in-laws will tease her, even try to make her laugh. But she must remain humble and composed. Only when they place money on her blanket is she allowed to enter. This moment is called kupinzwa mumusha, being accepted into the family. It's the in-laws' way of saying, welcome, you're now one of us. If you think the gate ritual is hard, wait till the next morning. At dawn, the bride and her relatives wake up to prove she's ready to run a household. And this is no joke. First, they sweep the entire yard, spotless. Each little pile of dirt left behind, the in-laws pick it up and leave money there. Next, they prepare hot bath water for everyone. And after each person bathes, they leave money in the bucket. Traditionally, the bride also provided soap, lotion, even peanut oil back in the day. And then comes the big test: cooking on an open fire. The classic meal: sadza, rezio, thick millet porridge with chicken stew made from a roadrunner. Many brides still panic here because yes, sometimes you've got to slaughter the chicken yourself. So why all this? Kuperekwa is about showing humility, patience, and readiness to take care of a home. It's a rite of passage. A test that says you're not just someone's wife, you're now part of this family. Of course, it sparks debate. Some say it's unfair, putting pressure only on women. Others see it as beautiful, a bonding tradition that brings two families together. The truth? It's a mix of both. It's tough, but it's meaningful. And like all traditions, Kuperekwa is changing. In cities, people might skip the open fire and just use a stove. Some don't even do the overnight stay. And the new trend, the Roora squad, bridesmaids in matching African prints, which is super fun, but definitely not traditional. Today, for many families, Kuperekwa is less about submission and more about celebrating culture, unity, and keeping heritage alive. So that's Kuperekwa, the Shona tradition that finalizes marriage after Rura. From the silent gate ritual to sweeping, cooking, and preparing bathwater, it's all about humility, acceptance, and family. Is it tough? For sure. Is it beautiful? Absolutely. And is it evolving? Definitely. If you've ever experienced Kuperekwa, I want to hear from you. Was it stressful, fun, or both? Drop your story in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share if you want more deep dives into Zimbabwean traditions. Until next time, stay proud, stay rooted, and remember, every Makoti was once a daughter waiting at the gate, ready to be welcomed home.